So guys, just driving through ANZAC Cove, heading toward Lone Pine. I thought I'd start the little journey here at Lone Pine, given that, you know, we know it and how significant it is for us at Gallipoli and ANZAC Cove. I thought it'd be the first place to start, given what it means. I haven't been here first time, only seen it, you know, as we all have. Those that haven't been here before, you know, videos, what you're taught. So there's memorials all the way up through here. I want to have a look at all of them on the way back. But yeah, I thought we'd start up here. Let's go up to Lone Pine Hill, have a look at the memorial up here. It's a pity it's raining today, but sort of gives it a bit more significance in the rain, you know. I mean, gives it that little bit of feeling, I suppose. So no tourists around today. Looks pretty empty. So Turkish flag flying up here. I don't know if that marks Lone Pine, top of Lone Pine. It might do. Soon find out. So they couldn't have picked a worse place to send the Australians and New Zealanders ashore, you know. So they send them ashore on the beach right above the high ground, which we're climbing up now. So you can imagine as a defending force, you know. That's the big memorial. That one I know. That's the one at Ataturk. So General Ataturk, the Turkish general, put up on behalf of the Australians. So he actually said, you know, he respected the Australian bravery coming from the other side of the world, and he said, for all you Australians, that the New Zealanders that died here, he said, don't be worried, families, your brother, your sons are with us, and they're sleeping beside us, and we will look after them forever, which was so nice for him to do that. So nice for him to do that. Yeah, so that's a very famous thing that he put up. See, all through here, guys, these are all the trenches. You can actually see the remains of the Turkish lines here. So all these holes in the ground, see all those, mate? Yeah, they're all the trenches, mate. Here. So yeah, these are actually Turkish trench positions. Wow. I'd love to go in and have a look. Man, it's raining. I'm gonna get out and go in the rain and have a look anyway, guys. Only here once, you know, or maybe twice, you never know, but we're here now. I'm gonna go and have a look. So so it is pouring rain. So like I said, very significant place for not only the Australians, New Zealanders, but for the Turkish as well, because everyone respected each other here. Johnson's Jolly Anzac trenches and tunnels, wow. Mate, these are the Australian trenches, mate, not the Turkish ones. So these are ones, when they finally got up here, they managed to establish these trenches. Wow. So guys, you can see all the little bumps and lumps. These are the trenches that you can imagine soldiers. I'll just clear this lens. Soldiers as young as 16, 17 that lied about their age came here from halfway across the world and were fighting here. There we go, ANZAC Communication Tunnel. Wow. It's a pity about the rain, man, but mate, this is where they lived, mate. They slept, they fought, they died here. And this, mate, the hard thing about this, down there, it's a big drop. They had to climb up from the beach. Initially this was all Turkish position firing down. They finally fought their way up the hill to come here, mate, you know. Fuck. Oh, mate, it was months, mate. They fought for months for nothing, just to not, you know. Guys, it's very wet, it's very rainy, but yeah, we had to come and see the ANZAC trenches. Wow. And the memorial over there. Fuck this rain. So I'd love to go and see the memorial over here, but it's under renovation at the moment, so we can't actually go and have a look at it. Oh, okay guys, we're just heading down along ANZAC Cove still. We just stopped off at Lone Pine, a bit further past Lone Pine. We'll go back to it, but that was Johnson's Jolly back there. Wow, there's just so much. Wow, the cemetery down there. This whole area, guys, ANZAC Cove, the hills are just littered with history, you know, the trenches, the areas where the battles took place, and you know, even the areas that are significant to the Turkish up here further up, because you know, it was the Australians and New Zealanders that fought at ANZAC Cove, and then people forget that the British and that landed further down and fought the Turkish further down, you know. So there were other big battles around here where everybody lost, a lot of lives lost. But look at this terrain. Imagine fighting in this as a young kid, you know. You're down on the beach and you're trying to fight your way up this hill. Wow, Courtney's Post. Oh wow, man, that's fucking wow. I just want to come back and walk around here when it's better weather. One year I'm definitely going to come and do that, because there's just too much. There's too much historic stuff here to. that's the thing, man. You know, like I was saying, mate, people don't realise, I mean, Turkey's flat, but they couldn't have picked the worst place to send the guys to, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, it doesn't matter which army in the world you're in, you know, the high ground has the advantage. It's what you're taught, the most basic military stuff. High ground, take the high ground, you know? So what do? They look at, oh mate, look at the view from up here. Look at the view back down the peninsula. Oh wow. You can imagine the guys, all the young guys sailing in on the boats, looking up at these cliffs, thinking, you know, fucking what's going to happen? And then they hit the beach, and as soon as they hit the beach, man,
Bang.
That's it, mate. They were getting machine gun bombed. There's just so much to see up here, mate. So much history up here. But I will turn around at the next spot and go down. I want to go back to Lane Pine, and then I want to go down to the cove.
It's one way I see that mark, only front.
It can't be, mate. It can't be just one way. How do cars get back out? Wow.
In 400 meters, turn right.
Oh, look, we're up at the clouds now, mate.
Take the next right.
So what is this here? This memorial here. Wow, look at this view, guys, out over the peninsula, out over the cove. Okay guys, so standing just below the memorial at Lane Pine, ANZAC Cove. Yeah, pretty special place, you know. Just saying in the video I was making on my camera, that on my phone, never thought I'd get here, but so that's the peninsula down there. It's ANZAC Cove down the bottom, but the Gallipoli region and peninsula. And there we go, guys, that's the memorial at Lane Pine. There's Lane Pine. So yeah, I got a bit emotional earlier because, you know, as ex-military myself, and growing up with the ANZAC tradition, never really thinking you'd get here one day, but you know, there you go, Lane Pine. And all the diggers, the ANZAC's resting here, forevermore sitting here. It's pretty emotional when you go up and you see the Lane Pine, you see the memorial. And you start to see some of the ANZACs buried here, and the names, you know, it's like, wow. Just apologies. It's a kind of poignant day because we come here, it's raining, it's wet, so it sort of adds to the mood of being here. So yeah, there we go guys, the memorial, Lone Pine. Clean some more water off. Yeah, special place. Wow. ANZAC Cove guys. The start of ANZAC Cove. Look at the view out here. Wow, superb. Look at the view here guys along the cove, outstanding. Guys, I just put the camera inside again quickly. I was trying to film outside, but this is actual start of ANZAC Cove proper now. So it's all the Gallipoli Peninsula, but this is the cove where the landings took place. From just around the corner here, the memorial should be up here somewhere. Alright guys, so standing here actually on ANZAC Cove. So this is ANZAC Cove proper, where the landings took place, where the ANZACs came ashore. And yeah, you know, the place that we all know that's famous in Australian history and folklore, and so this is it guys. And just going to wander down to the memorial and show you the famous words on the stone down here. Alright guys, so these are the famous words from Ataturk, General Ataturk. So 1934, it's just, you read that and it sort of gives you chills, you know, and makes you emotional certainly. So the heroes that shed their blood and lost their lives, you are now lying in the soil of a friendly country, therefore rest in peace. There is no difference between the Johnnies and the Mehmets to us, where they lie side by side here in this country of ours. You, the mothers who sent their sons from faraway countries, wipe away your tears. Your sons are now lying in our bosom and are in peace. After having lost their lives on this land, they have become our sons as well.
GPS signal lost.
Ataturk, 1934, so wow. Very famous words, you know, and they essentially say them every year at Anzac Day during the memorial here. Yeah. I was just wondering where the main memorial was, and was just coming back to the car and just looked to the left and yeah, noticed this here. Wow. Here we go. Lest we forget, guys. Lest we forget. Well. Wait, you read that paragraph on the left, on the right there, mate, it'll tell you.
La 4:30 dimineața, în 25 aprilie, 36 de bărci. The first Australian soldier around this point.
So mate, essentially as soon as they landed,
Yeah.
they had to climb this, mate, and their first battle was to get up here, mate, you know. Wow. And you know, they came in those old, the really big rowing boats, you know.
Here is the place the first Australian soldier was dead.
Yeah. Wow. Wow, guys, what a peaceful place for them to be resting, yeah, you know. Somebody's actually cut the fence here. But gonna walk down and have a quick look. I think I'm going to take one of these cones back from, and I'm going to take one of these back from Anzac, mate. I'm going to take one of these pine cones, guys, from Anzac Cove back to Romania, back home.
GPS signal lost.
Just look at those hills, guys. The hills that these guys, the hills that the Anzacs had to fight up, you know, when they landed. That's what they were faced with. I've got to do it, guys. I've got to pick up a souvenir, a couple of rocks to take back from ANZAC Cove. Just hits home, standing on end.